I decided that my senior year would be the year that I lived my truth, and this has been one of the happiest years of my life. I finally am able to be confident in myself and my abilities instead of hiding behind a person I tried so hard to be. I can gladly say that I have become a person I would have looked up to as a child, and that I hope that I can continue to be as confident as I am for the rest of my life.
One of the most influential factors in my life has been the impact of my teachers. Their leadership, empathy, and support allowed me to develop my own personal traits while also preparing me intellectually. A few teachers I'd like to mention are Mr. McCracken, who taught me to genuinely enjoy learning and have a passion for growth; Ms. Gonzer, who pushed me academically and helped me see my full potential; Sister Daly, my seminary teacher, for showing me authentic kindness and being truly inspirational; and finally, Mr. Thatcher, for teaching me how much I hated calculus. But altogether, I realized that I have so many advocates who've assisted me on my journey through high school.
Without the confidence I have today, I wouldn't be speaking in front of any of you. And that confidence is all thanks to the teachers who taught me kindness and perseverance, as well as English and mathematics. Many of my teachers went the extra mile to make sure I knew how many people loved me, and I want to say thank you. Thank you to Mr. McCracken for helping me get through hard times and always supporting me in the decisions I make. You were always there for me when I needed it, and for that I thank you. Thank you to Mr. Holtree for getting me through this year and always listening to me and understanding me, even when you did not know a lot about what I was going through. Thank you to Mrs. Gonzer for not only writing me the best recommendation letter I could ever ask for, but also for encouraging the creative side of me. And going way back, thank you to Mr. Johnson, because he was the one who supported me enough in third grade to actually try in school, and is probably the reason I'm here today. All of my teachers impacted my life in ways I could not have even imagined, and I'm glad that I was able to experience school with them.
With all the experiences I've had and the trials I've faced, I know that I'll be more prepared for the future. I've gained true confidence in myself that will allow me to pursue my dreams and help others along the way. I will forever be grateful for the individuals who have led me to a path of success and promise. I hope I can make that same impact on others throughout my lifetime. Thank you, teachers, parents, and friends, for making this high school experience a good one.
I can gladly say that I'm prepared and excited for my future and all that lies ahead of me, and I couldn't be here without my family, friends, and mentors. I know that to many of us, leaving and growing old seems scary, but I know that where we're going, the future couldn't be brighter. Because, though some people now may not accept you or may not be happy with how you've turned out, you are true to yourself, and later on in life, being true to yourself is revolutionary. Thank you. Please welcome our next speaker, Alexa Duran.
All right, thank you guys. Well, we're finally here. What felt like 25 bajillion years has come down to this final day. I remember being in middle school and feeling like we would never get to the graduation year of 2022. It felt like an impossible date that would never actually happen. We always talked about graduation and how we'd all be crying. But now that I'm actually here, I think I might be too happy to actually cry. Going to high school and learning for 12 years has felt like a lifetime of brain-numbing pain. The good news is that this chapter of schooling is ending. The not-so-happy news, for some of us, is that learning never stops. I know that can seem like a lot. You probably don't want to hear that on this great day. But the truth is that life is all about learning. In elementary school, we learn all about the basics of life. Learning can be split up into 4 categories: spiritual, physical, intellectual, and emotional. Multiplication, division, grammar, punctuation, the alphabet, and social skills were just a few things we practiced. In PE, I remember Mr. Moore riding on his unicycle in a clown outfit, telling us to walk faster as we participated in the Walking, Talking Children's Club. We were also given the opportunity to attend weekly Christian Life Club meetings where spirituality could grow. As we graduated elementary school and moved into middle school, we started to learn more in depth. We were introduced to the excruciating pain that is Common Core math. We also started new subjects such as art, science, computer skills, and social studies. The social aspect turned from boys having cooties to the internal thoughts of, oh, he might actually be cute. In 7th grade, we were introduced to school sports. Volleyball, basketball, and football were the staples of middle school life. Moving into the last 4 years of basic education, the class of 2022 started high school. High school was the biggest stepping stone, where we were introduced to many diverse learning opportunities. We got to enjoy freshman hell week and getting tortured, the pressure of high school sports, and intense college classes throughout the years. The diversity of classes allowed us to choose the path we desired. For spirituality, classes such as Christian education and seminary were provided. Physically, sports, weights, and PE brought us the next fitness high. All these things, while they may not sound appealing, are the epitome of learning. All of us, here now as graduating seniors, can say that we have grown to be, more or less, mature adults who are ready for the next chapter of their lives. Now as we graduate and turn our tassels, we are preparing to go into college, technical schools, jobs, and many more. Many of us will get married, start families, and expand beyond what we know now. This leads us into a lifetime of mistakes and immense joy, more than we can imagine now. This is a lifetime of learning, which should be enjoyed. Congratulations to the class of 2022. And now we will hear from our valedictorian, Allison.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction, Alexa. Good evening. My name is Allison Whitehead. Now, before I introduce the subject of this speech, I'd like to start with a story that stuck with me for many years. And believe it or not, this is the second time I've been asked to speak at my school graduation. It was my 5th grade year, and I was finally graduating from elementary school, which is debatably a difficult defeat as high school graduation. Being that I was in good standing academically, I was offered to speak at our extravagant graduation ceremony. It was a tempting offer, and I immediately agreed. Following my commitment to this, I was instructed to memorize a short paragraph of Martin Luther King's speech entitled, "I Have a Dream." After weeks of consistent study, I finally had the paragraph memorized. Giving the speech at the ceremony should be simple, as I could easily recite every word of it. At last, the day of graduation arrived. I had awakened in the morning with an immense feeling of anxiety and a lingering fear of completely embarrassing myself. This was the most important day of my entire life. Despite waking up as healthy as ever, I decided that I'd instantly become too sick to attend school that day, and therefore could not be there to recite my speech. My mom would have to call in and tell them I couldn't make it. It was a perfect plan. I couldn't make a fool of myself if I didn't put myself out there. Thus, I informed my mother of the devastating sickness that had befallen me, and I spent the night watching television. The following day, I had an unbearable guilt and regret weighing on me. I thought to myself, that was my only opportunity to give a speech at graduation, and I completely ruined it. And whether it be lucky or unlucky, I've been given a second chance at that graduation speech thing. But throughout the 17 years I've existed, the biggest thing I learned was how to handle embarrassment and my lingering fear of failure. I know so many people miss opportunities due to their lack of confidence, myself included. However, I found that my most memorable experiences were when my attempts were at new activities. Whether I failed miserably or succeeded, it's those moments I truly remember. A mindset I often hear from others is, well, I'm happy with my life right now, so I'm not going to change anything. We get so caught up in the monotonous routine of our day-to-day lives that we become comfortable with simply staying where we are. And we fail to see the endless number of opportunities surrounding us. As we all approach the start of a new journey, I urge each and every one of you, including the adults, to seize opportunities, pick up new habits, talk to new people, or do whatever you want to do. I know you guys are capable of so much, and I would hate to see your self-doubt hold you back from your full potential. I'd like to end with a quote from Glennon Melton, a renowned female author, who states, "A good day is a good day, a bad day is a good story, and at the end of the day, it's all good." I appreciate the time you've given me. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
It is an honor to introduce to you Chief Petty Officer in the United States Navy, our very own HHS Class of 1983 graduate and current math teacher here at the high school, Mr. Mark Thatcher.